on this computer. Alrighty, well, good evening, everybody. This is Rob Gearing here from Team Massive Success, and I'm excited to present our weekly Wednesday night team meeting, though we do welcome guests. So if whoever we have a guest here, we certainly will roll out the red carpet for them. But tonight we don't have any guests, so we're going to just work with our team here. And, we have our live audience here with Rebecca, Daniel, Tom, and Carlos, and then many that will watch the recording. It's all good. It's a great team that we have here that's growing, and that looks like it's just going to continue to snowball and continue to grow to great lengths. So I'm going to, without further ado, go into screen share. Okay, do that a little early here in the proceedings. And we're going to talk about our leaderboard here. So before we get into our training topic tonight, which is about paid traffic. So a lot of this leaderboard has come from paid traffic, right? So total team members 65, okay? That's as of the moment. And leading that list, I'm not worried about myself, so I'm going to go to Martin with 14, Rebecca with 9. So Rebecca's here tonight with us. Congratulations, Rebecca. Carlos with 5. Congratulations, Carlos. And Carlos had a great experience at MLM Leads, where I still can't get over what he told me. 135 clicks with 90 leads and 4 sales. That's incredible. So I told Carlos, ride that horse. Now let's keep the whip on it, right? There's no sense getting off that horse. That's a great horse for Carlos right now. We will talk about MLM Leads. It's about the most predictable source we have, where you can literally pretty much know what you're going to get every time, or a pretty good idea. And then Daniel with 1, and Michael and Lawrence, still working on things, and and it's coming for them. So these are folks that are validated to market. So as you know, once you go through your coaching session and your 18 steps, there's a jump off point. Your coach gets you so far, helps you get up to the level that you can, the highest level that you can go to and can afford. And then you jump off and you come with us. You don't need traffic coaches. You don't need to pay any extra money. You don't need anything other than, because Tom asked me, he's a Rise member, is he going to get another coach? No, I'd say at that point, it's time to come home to Team Massive Success. That's the jump off point that we talk about, and let's get things going, because we have a mountain of training and options for people, and something for everyone here. So there we go. That's our leaderboard, and congratulations to everybody. And our topic tonight is a little bit about paid traffic. Let's talk about, I'm going to actually go to Traffic Leads to Income, VM, for a second here. As you know, that's my own site that I own, so I try to keep resources and things there. And it's kind of like a box to hold and store things. So, everybody should be a member. It's something you get for free. You get a top upgrade. I have no problem giving you everything that I can within my own resource, because you are part of the family here and part of our team. So I want to give you the best that I have to offer. Just so you know, the resources that we're talking about tonight are found in the Downline Builder, right? So when I talk about traffic, we've got free traffic. So that's the good and the good, better, best story, meaning viral mailer traffic and organic traffic that you can sort of cultivate within Facebook, right? We talk about some strategies within Facebook that not paid Facebook traffic, but some free Facebook strategies that can get you people, can get you potential leads and potential paid members. That's a free strategy. The viral mailer strategy within Traffic Leads to Income VM and the Massive Marketing Success System is a way to get free traffic that can generate leads, and again can lead to paid members and some really great things. But these free strategies aren't as powerful as paid strategies. So we find some of our paid stuff over at the Downline Builder under resources, okay? So just to go over some things here, Get Responses, our autoresponder. It's certainly a good thing to have to be building your list, because these leads should be on your list so you can contact them and be able to send them updates or blog posts and different pieces of content. Track me is very important when it comes to tracking. Where is my signups coming from? How many did I get? Where, details that help you make decisions within your business. So that's a really important one. UDIMI, that's the better. So we went from good to better. So now we're talking about some paid advertising that starts taking maybe a 1% opt-in rate on the number of clicks. Free traffic, maybe 100 clicks, you get one lead. So with something like UDIMI, maybe the 100 clicks get you 25 or 30 leads, which could lead to a higher chance of getting a couple of sales, right? So that's the better. And then the best is MLM traffic, because we're seeing 50% consistent opt-in rates with the Aspire Today #1 page. So 50% opt-ins is pretty predictable, and a 5% sales rate, meaning 5% of those leads take a $1 trial. And it could be better. Sometimes it's better, sometimes maybe a little lower. And there are some things to boost that as well that ultimately, we'll talk about and teach everybody about. And that is right down here, MLM leads, right there, the very last entry there in this section of the Downline Builder. And then we talk about Fundwise Capital. So for those looking for funding to go to the Ascend level, or to go to Rise, to go to Ascend, to go to Peak, to go to Apex, to do any of that, any combination of that, and then have a kitty for your advertising money. You can't run the business without having, if you're going to get real serious and do some major league funding, don't leave yourself short. Don't just do the funding to buy all the products. Okay, let's say, I'm going to go out and get 30,000 and buy, all the products, right? And then that's all I have. I have no more money left. So I got to run free traffic and free advertising strategies. What you'd want to do, if I had 30,000, I would get some of the products and maybe leave myself with $5,000 or $10,000 so I can run serious weekly, monthly traffic, right? So keep that in mind. So that's funding that funding option. There's other funding options when it comes to business, but it's one that I'm using personally that I'm very impressed with. So I'm referring others to it, whether or not they are part of the Massive Success team or not. There's a lot of marketers out there that are looking for funding. So I figured something to put in the Downline Builder that many different people can take advantage of. So that's some things. So the two things we're really going to look at tonight are UDIMI, also known as Udemy, and I highlighted that. And the other one is the MLM leads. I highlighted that. Bigger discussion about Udemy, a little smaller discussion we're going to have about MLM leads tonight. Okay. So, so that's that. So let's now flip over to Udemy, if we can, right here. Once that darn banner goes back up again. Can I get to it? Oh boy. Ah, there it is. It was right in front of me. Okay, so this is my back office of Udemy. Okay, so it's free to join. The pay comes from you purchase your advertising, but you can join for free. So I'm going to get right to the skinny of this. Okay, it's pretty simple to set up what they call your ad text. So you set up your ad, you have it saved there. So when you're ready to do something with somebody, it's ready to go. The biggest thing I want to focus on is not so much the ad and the content, because we can sidebar that and we can talk about that. I think we have things that we've already put in the affiliate toolbox area of Traffic Leads to Income DM that you can use and you can adopt as part of your marketing. So that's should be no problem there. But the problem is who to pick, who to find. Okay, so I click on Find Sellers. Okay. And we're gonna do some searching here. So all these things at the top here, okay, all these little things are search parameters. So when do you wish to start the solo? within the next 14 days. So that's the search parameter that I use there. I don't think that makes too big of a difference. Though let's change that to quicker. Let's say, why not just within the next 24 hours? How many clicks? I'm gonna say 200. That's a normal solo. You can get up to 500, 600, 700. You can pick your price range. I kind of did the whole gamut here in the search, 35 cents to 95 cents a click. Now this is an important one. How many people reported sales? So I figured 20% I'm gonna start with here, all right? How many thumbs ups? I can pick some different numbers there. I have 10 as a kind of a default, but let's go with somebody a little bit more established. Let's go with 100 thumbs up ratings. And then any niche, let's click on that. So what is the solo provider's niche? Is it marketing, finance, health, mobile, or social? Let's go marketing. So I'm going to refine my search a little bit. So what that's left me with, just that basic stuff right there, has left me with a good many. I'm seeing how many pages I have here. 2 pages of people. 2 pages. All right. So we take a look at them then. Okay. So Adrian, I'm going to read some of the people that I've worked with. Andreas Arvidsson. Okay. I believe I got a couple sales, good many leads, a couple sales from Andreas. Okay. Just continuing to scroll. Wayne Smith was called out by Rebecca as somebody that she had a positive experience with. I've worked with Dana Solo before. Not bad. I would recommend her. She has a very high sales reporting rate at 53%. Now, that's what catches my eye, right? Again, 1,000 leads, no sales doesn't get me excited. I'd rather have 303 sales, right? Sales are gold. That's the gold standard. So other people, and I'm kind of looking at Rebecca's list and looking into my mind of people that I've worked with. John Coburn, I have him as a recommended guy. Angelo Sason, did Rebecca have Angelo? We've worked with Angelo. I think we've maybe had issues with Angelo. I know I have, so I don't have him on my recommended list. Wayne Crow. I had him at one time, but I don't have him on my recommended list anymore. And continuing to go down the list here. I think that's everybody. Okay, so I can refine this. Some other names that didn't show up on this initial search, some people that we both like, me and Rebecca. Malik Trotman, Desmond Akil Smith, Aji Waiboa, and I'll spell that Ajiewibowa, Johnny Long, Jonileung, and somebody that goes by Lisa G that Rebecca has worked with and got a couple sales from. So that's some names. So because you don't want to just pick somebody randomly, right? So if we didn't tell you any of that, you can sort of intuitively say, you know what, look at this guy, Adrian Costin. 1,250 people gave him a thumbs up. He had 27% people reported sales, and his cost per click is only 36 cents. You can read all the reviews. You can click on his name, his page here, his block, and you can read more reviews of what people had to say, right? So that would be a very fairly well thought out, not a guess or pin the tail on the donkey. Definitely some thought would have gone into that choice, right? But if you really want to start narrowing down who's the best, who reports the most sales? Okay, so let's move to the 30% level. 30% of reported sales. Okay, some of the names we mentioned, Malik comes up on there, and so does Desmond, right? And our pages are still 2 pages, right? I'm seeing if there's any other names that pop up. Some other people, but I'm not familiar with them. But I could analyze each one of their stats, right? Again, how long have they been around? Look at Malik. He has 3,150 thumbs up. The guy can deliver traffic, right? 67% of reported sales, which surprises me. That's really high. 50 cents per click, so you're going to pay a little more for that. He always over delivers. So you buy 200, you'll probably get 225, if just for example, something like that. Let's keep refining the list. Who's actually running at a 40%? Okay, we're probably going to get down to a single page, 40% reporting of sales. At this point, we're still at 2 pages. I mean, this is some good people. But again, I'm not going to go with the guy that has 132 thumbs up because I don't know. But maybe it's worth a shot. But there's times you're maybe going to take a chance. Somebody that's been around less time than somebody who's been around with a much longer track record, like a Malik Trotman. We can move then to the 50% reported sales. Now it's got to get us down to single page at this point. That's rarefied air. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Rebecca's used Wayne. I've used Malik, and so has Rebecca. Desmond, we both used. Dana, I've used. John, I've used, and Angela, I used, and Rebecca used. We've used all those people. Okay, and I think then there's not going to be many that are at 60%, right? It's just Wayne. That's just Wayne. So Wayne may be a guy that I try again. They offer a Prime membership that you can get for $19.95 a month. So you'll earn, when you refer, you'll get a referral link. You earn more as a Prime member. You get an extra filter that they put on to give you better traffic when you're a Prime member, and maybe some other benefits too. So I took that membership just to maximize my last advertising campaign that I did, and I wasn't super happy with my last advertising campaign. And it's and it was somebody new that I tried. They really didn't come up on my list here tonight. And I guess 30% opt-in, 68 leads, no sales, and I'm now going one by one. I'm determined to get a sale out of it. So now I'm putting everybody into Skype and trying to make connections on a more personal level, because now I'm involved in my business, right? The first wave is what happens automatically. Then I come in, and it's like, let me roll up my sleeves and get in there, because no autoresponder is ever going to be as good as me, or you, Tom, or you, Rebecca, or you, Daniel, or you, Lawrence, or you, Carlos. Never. Don't let anybody ever tell you that. Never. No automated system is better than a human being. So if you can do both, and that's the beauty of what we teach here, the best of the best of automated and then personal engagement, you will win. There's no losing that. But that's a lot of work, because the people that don't want to get personal like the automation. So they're willing to spend a lot more money maybe than the people who say, I'll roll up my sleeves for some sweat equity and get personally involved. The old, belly to belly network marketing techniques that you hear about and that we talk about here in this group. So that's Udemy. So when we get into Q&A, we can talk about that. So again, your range of costs, 35 cents to 95 cents a click. Easy to find who's the good ones, just statistically. And then we've actually can tell you some people that we've used personally, which we named a good many names, that you can take notes and review this video over and over again. This will be a real valuable resource for everybody. And again, we find UDIMI in the traffic leads to income, downline builder in the resource area. Now, let's talk about MLM leads. I don't really have a slide for that, so I'm not really going to put up a slide or anything. So I'll just put up our leaderboard again as a backdrop here, or we'll go to our DA blog page, team blog page. Okay, so MLM leads is pretty cut and dry. It's banner traffic. So you don't need email content. They take care of all that for you. There's no content. All you do is tell them how much you want to spend, okay? So the prices range, you can do, I'm going to say it runs probably about 90 cents a click. I think that's about right, 90 cents a click. So it's really top level traffic. And we don't, I've used MMS, my new MMS lead capture page in Udemy, okay? So I'm kind of, seeing how the MMS lead capture page does in a paid advertising setting like that. But when we get over to, but I still would say I wouldn't do it. I would limit MMS to free. Limit MMS to free. And when you get into paid, Udemy or MLM leads, go with Aspire Today #1. Aspire Today #1. And if you're using Udemy, we can, we can talk about, we can help you with the ad copy, right? We have stuff at, like I said earlier, in the affiliate toolbox area of Traffic Leads to Income VM, good ad copy that you can use in conjunction with your Aspire Today #1 lead capture page. And you should see a good opt-in rate and get some dollar trials. Over at MLM Leads, you don't need any ad copy. It's banner traffic, right? So now about 90 cents a click. So that was kind of the high end. That's sort of like the high end of what Udemy has to offer. But you're going to look at a 50% opt-in rate on the Aspire Today #1. That'll go right over to the company sales page, and you'll see about a 5% take the number of leads, whatever you put in monetarily. Oops, Tom, you just need to mute your, or I may be able to do that for you, Tom. There you go, you're good. And Lawrence, I think you need to get muted too here, buddy. Or no, I think you are muted. You're fine. All right. So you take the number of leads that you get from MLM Leads, and you times it by 5%, and that's the number of dollar trial members that you'll get. So it's pretty predictable then, right? When I test things like MMS and different things, I'm kind of in the laboratory a little bit. I don't recommend you guys really to be doing that. Stick with your Aspire Today #1 for your paid advertising. Your MMS is great for your free advertising. Just do like I did, replicate the Aspire Today #2 verbiage. It's a page, my page pops better, and it just performs better, like we talked about last week. But with paid, go the predictable route. Okay, there's some things that can be done down the road, like a bridge video that then leads to the company sales page that can be done that may be able to enhance your your sales percentage. But that's down the road stuff. There's a predictability just using the company funnel. That's pretty exciting, actually. And I've learned a lot by being in my upline Skype group and watching their results and seeing what those folks are doing. And I've seen them get rise sales and above with the MLM Leads paid traffic resource. So I've witnessed that. So that's pretty much some thoughts when it comes to paid advertising. There's a budgetary thought process there. Funding is something that people do to get the advertising that they need to really accelerate the business. You get out of it what you put into it. It's just the way it is. It's business and life. We all move at our own pace. We all, like I've said, week after week, we're all at different places and different levels. The question that you always have to ask is, where am I at? I don't want to go back. What's my next step? I talked with Tom earlier tonight about what's the next move. Got a good game plan. Carlos, definitely. Rebecca, always. Daniel, definitely. Lawrence, certainly moving. He's in the free area, just learning to get the feet wet with the free advertising before we ultimately maybe get into some paid stuff. So, everybody's at a different place. As long as you're always moving forward and knowing what your options are, asking questions and saying, what's my next step? If you can't figure it out yourself, ask. Say, hey, come to me, Rob. What is my next step? What do you think? What do you see for me? Okay. So that dialogue is important. That's why I offer the coaching calendar. I have many of you take advantage of that. And then if you're still working with your coach, great. But there comes that point where you got to jump off. Because your coach isn't necessarily going to be the marketing expert. They're going to try to get you over to a paid traffic coach and charge you another fee on top of everything else. And that to me is where I say, uncle, you don't, and my upline has said it, and it's been a really crystal clear team statement, our entire team organization, because massive success is part of team consistency. We don't want anybody going there because we have good free training, good and great paid options. So that's really all that you're going to get from. You got some great training. Once you finish step 18, there is some different ideas about different types of advertising. It's always good learnings, and your products are great to pour over and learn, and help you with your presence within different, different resources, and your presence in social media, and starting to do videos, and maybe getting a blog going like Rebecca does, and things like that. These are learnings through your products. But when it comes to getting your marketing going, DA is going to, after Rise, and you've kind of settled on, you're whatever your rank you're gonna go to immediately, then they're going to say, here's a traffic coach. That's the ClickC, which we have no knowledge of, and we don't really work with that because we're just not involved. The traffic coach is the ClickC, and to me, before you have that conversation, don't even get into that conversation. Jump off. Remember 2 or 3 meetings ago, jump off point, get in here, make your decisions, just like you made your decision about, are you a walker or a climber? Are you a Rise or not, right? And the next decision is, am I going to advertise free, or am I going to go paid, or am I going to do a combination? So it's all decisions and options, right? And it's just always moving forward, one step at a time. So that's it. So it's exciting times. So let's fade out with our, let's go back to our, we didn't show our team page. Here's our Facebook right here. How many people have watched this video? Building your audience Facebook style for free, right? If you're not doing it, why not, right? It's worth a shot. Let's go back to our team page. There we go. And that's all I have for this week. Next week, I'm not sure what our topic will be. So, I have a week to think about it. But I think this is a great topic. I was excited to present it. And I thank Rebecca for her input, and everybody for coming. And those watching the recording, I thank you as well. And, we'll see you again next week. To my live group, stay put. And for everybody, to your massive success. I'm going to stop the share, show you that I'm a real human being, still sporting a beard. I took my pick off, and that's live video. And again, to your massive success, thank you very much.